Welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's topic that I wanted to share with you guys is, do you find yourself not being able to stop thinking about them? I mean, there's so many people that I talk to, and I think I could speak on this about myself, because if you watch some of my past videos, you'll understand that I was in a 18 years narcissistic relationship, and it's about a year now that I've been recovering from the breakup, and I've went through so many different, so many different growth spurts in the challenges and how to overcome my mind, my emotions, and heal and grow and understand myself and love myself more, and just working on me and doing the inner work. And I hear so many amazing women and even some men make some comments as well on my TikTok videos talking about how it's so hard, or it hurts so bad, and how can I stop thinking about them, or I just want to stop feeling this way. And this is why I decided that I'm going to make this video, because at the end of the day, I feel like because of my experiences, I can talk to you guys and I can help inspire you and motivate you guys in some sort of way, to help you guys as well to heal through this process of getting over a breakup and being able to stop thinking about them. So the way that I honestly believe that it will help you a lot to stop thinking about them, or even to acknowledge those thoughts and be able to flip them, is at the end of the day, acknowledge the thoughts and then ask yourself, what am I searching for if I constantly keep thinking about them? And what do I mean by that? Through that thought that you're thinking about them, in that moment, are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling like you want to be held? You want comfort? Are you feeling that you just want attention? Are you feeling that you just want someone to see you? You just want them to acknowledge you? A lot of times, if you can take a step back and really narrow in on thinking about those thoughts that you constantly have of that person, you'll start to realize that a lot of them are ego-based. It's your ego wanting to be seen, your ego wanting to be acknowledged, your ego wanting to be felt. Because at the end of the day, as I got closer to God, I realized that at the end of the day, everything that we desire outside of us is already in us. So that love that we want back from that person, that attention we want back from that person, that relationship of whatever we're feeling in that moment that we had with that person, we can give it to ourselves, right? We have everything inside of us that we desire and we want from outside of us is already in us. And those feelings stem from emptiness, an emptiness that's already in you that is screaming to be filled from that person, right? And sometimes it doesn't even have to mean that it's that person, right? That you really want. Sometimes it's just that feeling that you want to fill, that hole that you want to be filled. This is why we can talk to another person, or some people, when they get out of a toxic relationship or they get out of a relationship, they can jump back in a relationship just like that, because they just want that ego and that temporary feeling to be that whole emptiness inside to be filled, right? So then we look at, if we have sex with somebody else, that will make us feel happy, we'll feel good, we'll feel the pleasure. So then we find ourselves sleeping with other people. And when we're sleeping with those people, it's just a temporary fix. You're back to feeling that emptiness. You're back to feeling alone. You're back to feeling like I'm not enough, or something's missing, right? So then after that, you get in a relationship. You get in a relationship now, and then you're attracting sometimes the same bullshit that you had with that other person from that last broke up. Because at the end of the day, you didn't do the inner work. You didn't heal yourself. You didn't work on yourself. You didn't go through the emotions of understanding what's lacking from inside of you. You didn't face them front on, right? And this is why sometimes we can get into a relationship and everything be hunky-dory for the first year, the second year, and then the third year, or even the second year, you're starting to feel that emptiness again. And that person no longer can fill that gap. That person can no longer fill that need that you were feeling. And because at the end of the day, it was just a temporary fix, right? And sometimes it may not even be like there's anything wrong with that person, but that person is just not giving you that temporary high anymore. That person's not filling that emptiness within inside of you. So then you go and you look for another person, and then you cheat or something. Like you just keep going in this dirty cycle of sleeping with other different bodies or talking to other people, and then constantly you're like in this freaking loophole in this cycle. And sometimes, again, like I said, you attract the same damn people who hurt you in the first place, but it's a different body, it's a different person, because at the end of the day, you did not do the inner work to focus and narrow in what's going on inside. So if you find yourself constantly thinking about a person, right? Number one is there could be an attachment, right? There could be like you're suffering from an attachment issue with that person. I know that I went through narcissistic abuse. So I had to literally understand what is a narcissist, B, what is narcissistic abuse, and suffering from the symptoms of detachment after, right? Because I had codependency issues. I had to understand and learn what is codependency issues. Do I even have codependency issues? Then I had PTSD. I had to understand what PTSD is after, right? And heal from the PTSD. And then again, take my focus off of that person and focus everything that I'm feeling inwards into me. And that's the biggest advice I can give you. If you find yourself constantly thinking about that person, if you're constantly feeling like the pain of losing that person, I'm not saying don't feel the pain. I'm not saying don't think the thoughts. I'm saying acknowledge them. Acknowledge them in the sense of thinking how you can flip those thoughts off of them onto you. How can you take those same thoughts that you're feeling of that other person, constantly thinking about them, constantly hurting, feeling that pain off of them, and start understanding, digging deeper, where is the pain really stemming from, right? Why are you missing that person so much? A lot of times it's because we have emptiness within inside of us that just want that person to see us. We just want them to fill that gap. We just want that attention. We just want them to love us. And that's because at the end of the day, you are suffering most of the time. You're suffering from lack of love of yourself. You're suffering from lack of attention of your inner self. Right? You're suffering from, lack of compassion, caringness, lovingness for yourself, right? It all comes back down to you. It all comes back down to what are you not giving to yourself, that you're focusing so much on that other person, but what is lacking inside of you? What are you crying out inside? They say that you have an inner child, right? And your inner child, as like a lot of things stem from a lot of problems and issues that we have mentally and emotionally that causes these attachments, that causes us to suffer so much after a breakup, has to go way back into our childhood, right? Or way back into a situation that happened to us somewhere in our childhood, right? So it stems a lot more further back, and it's just tapping into your inner child and holding her and helping her to feel that wholeness without that person. And how can you do that is talking to yourself. I know this sounds weird, you guys, but talking to yourself, whether it's in the mirror, whether it be you journaling it out, like you're talking to yourself, getting those emotions out of what are you lacking inside of you that's making you think that person, you need to talk to that person, you need to see that person, you want to be with that person, you're hurting so bad over that person. What are the feelings that you're feeling that you're feeling inside of you? If you take the focus off of that person and you're left with just you, What is it that your inside is screaming for? And what is it that you can give yourself? You can get all, and if you name all those things, a lot of the things that you're searching so badly and you're crying out so badly from that other person, you can give your own damn self. You can feed it to yourself. You could feed yourself that self-love. You could feed yourself that attention. You can feed yourself that, hey baby, how are you doing today? Hey baby, I love you. Hey baby, I miss you. You could do that to your own damn self, right? Because there's not going to be nobody in this world that's going to love you as good as the God up above and you yourself. Nobody can love you as good as you love your own damn self. So at the end of the day, taking those same thoughts that you're focusing so much on that other person and turning it around and focus on you. For instance, great example. Earlier on today, I was constantly thinking about my ex and I'm like, oh man, I'm going no contact right now. I want to contact them. And I'm, feeling this feeling of lack inside of me. And I had to ask myself, I turned around and asked myself, Tracy, what's going on? How are you feeling today? What's making you feel like you need to go back to somebody who was lying to you, abusing you, treating you like shit? Like what's going on making you feel like you need to resort back to that? And then I said to myself, just feeling a little bit alone today. I'm feeling kind of lonely today. Okay, great. If I'm feeling lonely today, what are the emotions that I feel when I'm lonely? I feel a little bit sad. I feel a little bit depressed. Great. With that being said, what are some things that make me happy that I can do for myself that'll uplift my spirit, that will make me feel whole, that will make me feel complete? Going to the gym. I love working out. Had a good workout. I felt whole. I felt complete. I felt like, woo, I boosted up my energy. I boosted up, myself. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, damn, I look good. I had a good workout. My body's in good shape. You see what I mean? Like, you flip the script up with feeling the emotions, acknowledge them, understanding them, but taking the focus off of that person and then now turning it inwards and focusing in on you. And that's the best way that I can say, you guys, and I can help you guys out there to help with, if you can't stop thinking about that person and that person, you thinking about that person is what is causing you the pain, how can you flip that thoughts off of them and that pain into something positive and turning it inward and focusing on you? Because at the end of the day, the more inner work, the more you focus on you, is the more that you are going to grow, the more that you're going to become happier, the more you're going to feel whole, and the more you're going to feel unstoppable, that nobody ever can come back inside of your life and mess with your head and mess with your emotions as much as it's going on right now. And you're going to level up so high that at the end of the day, you're going to attract better into your life. You're not going to have to search for that next person who's going to come into your life and do the same damn shit that other person did to you. You're now going to attract somebody that's going to treat you like you treat yourself, going to treat you like the queen or king you deserve to be treated as. So I hope this video has uplifted you, inspired you, and motivated you in some sort of way to take that focus off of that person who lied to you, who cheated on you, who treated you like shit, who did you wrong, and start focusing on the best person that you can focus on is you. Okay? I'm fired up, you guys. I'm fired up sharing this with you because this is motivating me. Because whatever I speak on my YouTube channel, whatever I talk to you guys about, I'm going through as well, or I've been through. So it gives me great pleasure to inspire somebody out there that needs to hear this message today, because I know I needed to hear it. And I know that if I can do it, you can do it. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are. What are some things that I can talk about to inspire you and help and motivate you in some sort of way. And make sure you share this video if you know somebody else out there that needs to hear this message today, because I always say in all my YouTube videos and all my podcasts, everything, each one teach one, share the love, share the knowledge. There's somebody else, because we know what I found, you guys, if you can help somebody else in the midst of when you feel like you need help as well, it makes you feel so much better, because you know that you're giving back, and that warm feeling of giving back and helping somebody else, and somebody else showing you thank you so much for helping me, there's no better feeling. So each one teach one, share the love, share the knowledge. If you guys want to join the Wise Up Rise Up community to stay inspired, to stay motivated, I have a Wise Up Rise Up Facebook group you can join, and then I also have an amazing podcast. Actually, talking about that, I'm dropping a wicked podcast today. Every Thursdays I drop podcasts on the Wise Up Rise Up podcast. It's on Anchor, it's on Spotify. You can catch me there, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay inspired, stay uplifted. You got this.